There are reports that my favorite convertible in the world is coming to an end. The Lexus LC is nearing the end of production, according to a report by the Japanese site Creative Trend. So, I got to spend a week with this incredible machine, and let me tell you, if the rumors are true, now it's the time to buy. I hope you enjoy my experience going to the US Open with Lexus. With it, let it roll. I'm sitting in my favorite convertible, and I've really fallen in love with this thing over the past couple of days. I mean, just imagine yourself cruising down the highway, engine roaring, on your way to the US Open. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now in this Lexus LC500. Just look at how beautiful this thing is. I mean, come on. Oh, yeah, look at this view of downtown Pittsburgh, where the US Open is being held at Oakmont. Beautiful. Now that's exactly what I've been doing the past couple of days, and let me tell you, the LC500 has turned a simple road trip into an unforgettable adventure. From the moment I hit the start button to hear that naturally aspirated V8 growled life, I just knew that this journey was gonna be something so special. We're talking luxury, performance, and style rolled into one heck of a grand touring machine. So I'm gonna take you through the scenic roads, the golf course pit stops, and well, straight into the heart of the grand tour that might just be one of the best cars Lexus has ever built. But before we dive into why the Lexus LC500 convertible is blowing my mind, let's hit you with just a quick history lesson. All right, history lesson over, you guys. Back to my two favorite days cruising in the Lexus LC500 convertible, bouncing between golf courses and loving every minute with Lexus on the road to the US Open. So let's hit the highlights. First, the LC500 styling is wild. In Flare Yellow, this thing looks like a rolling sunrise. Low, wide, and jaw-droppingly gorgeous. Everywhere that I parked, people whipped out their phones, snapped pics, and totally asked questions. I'm not gonna lie, when I pulled up to the different golf clubs in this thing and the US Open venue, it kind of felt like red carpet arrivals. Now, when you hop into the interior of this thing, the black leather interior, the metal trims, and the flawless stitching scream luxury. These seats, they're pure grand touring perfection. And literally 2-hour drives felt like 20 minutes. And well, I did a 2-hour drive in this thing when it should have been just an hour, but I missed 2 turns on the turnpike, and me and Nick had a good time, I guess. But yeah, I was refreshed when I got to the hotel. Plus, you just kind of feel like a boss in this thing. I mean, when I stepped out of it at a golf course, I was ready to swing the sticks. Well, I didn't do that well, but you know, I felt good. Also, the tech, a major upgrade. Lexus ditched the quirky touchpad for a slick 12.3-inch touchscreen. Apple CarPlay and navigation were finally seamless, and I loved it. Plus, the Mark Levinson sound system is unreal. 13 speakers and 915 watts of audiophile heaven. Pretty unreal. And being in Pitt, I listened to a ton of Mac Miller, and yeah, it sounded like he was actually sitting in the passenger seat, just singing to me, serenading me. You know, it was great. But I also shut down the music to listen to that beautiful V8 growl. On the road, it's buttery smooth. Adaptive suspension soaks bumps up effortlessly. Highway cruising at 70 felt cloud-like. Yet, when I would flip it into Sport Plus mode, and I did that regularly, this LC500 sharpened right up, carving corners super confidently, planting a huge smile on my face. And let's not forget, it is a convertible. The top drops in about 15 seconds at cruising speeds. Wind management is superb, no shouting needed, especially if you roll up the windows. And believe it or not, the trunk space actually stays intact. I actually could fit 2 golf bags in the back of this baby, although I had to put the drivers and woods in the back seat. So that's great though. You can get 2 people, 2 humans, 2 golf bags in here, because you're going to the golf course in this thing, aren't you? And I feel like you just have to drive it to understand it, but every time you drive this thing, well, it is a special event, and dare I say, it's ideal. Now, I do have a couple of minor gripes because, well, nobody's perfect. And I really had to dig deep to find anything wrong with the LC500. Oh boy, I'm about to get pulled over. But you guys, let's keep it real. Every car has a few quirks and features, according to Daddy Doug. I mean, the infotainment in the earlier models was a little bit of a buzzkill, featuring a finicky touchpad that kind of felt like navigating an old laptop. And let's just say it wasn't exactly intuitive. Thankfully though, Lexus swapped to a much better touchscreen in the 2024 model, making it a whole lot easier for someone that, well, I can't use technology, and I know how to use this. Well, kinda. Up next are the back seats, and yeah, anybody over 5 feet is gonna struggle a little bit in this thing. It's kind of built for hobbits or toddlers, but you know, just kind of consider them glorified storage spaces or maybe a cozy spot for your dog. I don't know how I'm gonna get out. Help! Help! Oh, there we go. Probably should have taken out that windscreen, Sean. Top down cruising in my Lexus LC500 with Mac Miller tuning. That's how I get going 100. Nah, I wouldn't go 100, you know. Personally, I kind of treat this LC500 as a pure 2-seat sports car. And well, she's thick and big, 4,500 pounds, which means it isn't gonna outcorner a Porsche 911, but this thing, it's a Grand Tour, not a 911. It's happiest on sweeping roads rather than tight twisties. Now, the upside with all that though is that it has rock solid stability at even high speeds, let me tell you, and it's perfect for long highway jaunts. Lastly, visibility isn't really stellar with the top up due to small rear windows and a high belt line. And I am not going to put this top out because it is absolutely perfect here in Pittsburgh. But, well, how do you solve that problem? You know, you just drop the top and that problem completely disappears. Now, when you're driving it, fuel economy, it's mid-teens MPG when you're enjoying that V8, which I definitely have been. But you guys, trust me, it is worth every drop of gasoline. And those are really all the minor gripes in this otherwise ideal ride. Okay, so now it's time for some LC500 secrets that you probably didn't actually know. First up, this beauty is crafted by Lexus's elite Takumi masters. Folks so skilled that they forge origami cranes with their weaker hand in under 90 seconds. That is no joke. The precision that they pour into every stitch, panel gap, and paint job is pure art. It really is art on wheels. And it's straight from the LFA factory. And speaking of the LFA, well, its spirit is literally everywhere in the LC500. Check the gauges, a slick digital tachometer with a motorized ring borrowed straight from the iconic LFA dash. And that V8 growl, well, Lexus teamed up again with Yamaha music experts who tuned the legendary LFA V10 to nail that perfectly harmonized exhaust note. Plus, the convertible top moves gracefully, inspired by Japanese calligraphy strokes, and stays whisper quiet with 4-layer fabric. Oh, and did I mention that it actually starred alongside Black Panther in a Marvel blockbuster chase? Yeah, this car has serious superhero creds, making it a guaranteed future classic. But let's put it all together. What's the Lexus LC500 Convertible really like as a Grand Tour? What's the Lexus LC500 really like behind the wheel? Well, if I had to say it in one word, phenomenal. Yes, as a Grand Tourer cruising on the highway in comfort mode, you are just kind of wrapped in tranquility. Engine barely humming, Mark Levinson audio gently playing, and the adaptive cruise practically doing the driving for you. This thing really does eat up miles effortlessly. So you feel fresh even after hours behind the wheel. Top up or down, well, road trips are really a breeze, but if you put your foot down, and you absolutely should, this beautiful cruiser becomes a playful beast. That silky 7-speed transmission drops gears lightning fast, waking up the 471 horsepower V8 with a roar. Gears lightning fast, waking up the 471 horsepower V8 with a roar. That will give you goose pimples. I experienced it a bunch. The acceleration feels powerful and also linear. No turbo lag at all, just a smooth, relentless surge. If you decide to use launch control, well, it really does a good job at putting the power down to the wheels. It's not violent drag strip madness, it's just perfectly matched to the LC's sophisticated yet spirited vibe. And when you hit twisty roads, well, it's impressively agile for its size. With precise steering and a balanced chassis, it grips corners confidently. The big old brakes are really confidence inspiring and the perfect match to the higher curb weight. And I never felt like this car didn't have enough brakes. Bottom line, the LC500 blends serene luxury cruising with thrilling performance, making every drive really an epic adventure. Now, let's talk about this glorious 5-liter V8 because, well, it deserves its own spotlight. This engine right here, wow. I mean, it is pure enthusiast gold. No turbos, no electric motors, just all 8 cylinders gulping air and combusting dinosaurs the old-fashioned way. I like me an old-fashioned. Specs, 471 horses, 398 foot-pounds of torque, all screaming to a 7,300 RPM redline. And that is amazing for a V8. Around town, this engine is really refined, almost docile, but you mash the throttle and it responds instantly with a linear urgency. The sound, absolutely intoxicating. I mean, your neighbors will hate you, but well, just keep it in comfort mode and you'll be okay. But once you get away, Sport Plus, baby, all the way. Because that is when it releases a deep, ferocious roar, evolving into an exotic howl as the revs climb. Top down, throttle wide open, it is a symphony of mechanical brilliance. Tunnels and underpasses become concert halls. Downshifts snap and crackle perfectly, making every drive an event. And because it's naturally aspirated, power is immediate and predictable. No turbo lag, just pure thrilling acceleration. This V8 connects your right foot directly to your heart rate and your heart. And honestly, things like this, a V8 rear-wheel drive GT cruiser, they're going away. They're becoming extinct. Future Lexus performance cars might never have this magic again. And trust me, you're gonna wanna enjoy this mechanical masterpiece before it's too late. After hundreds of miles of rolling to the US Open in a lot of style, cruising stunning roads all day and night, the LC500 Convertible has etched itself into my soul. Yes, this isn't just another car. It is kind of an unforgettable experience. Lexus, they wanted a halo car, a bold statement of craftsmanship and passion, and boy, did they ever deliver. In a world rushing towards hybrids and EVs, this beast, it stands alone and proud, roaring with a naturally aspirated V8 that has become rarer by the day. And trust me, cars like this won't be around much longer. It's kind of the last lion roaring in the automotive jungle. So here is my heartfelt advice. Drive one of these, like yesterday. Seriously, you have to drive one to understand exactly what this beautiful thing is all about. And even if you're not buying, just go test it and get a feel for the automotive magic that it really is. But, well, if you can swing it, buy it, because, well, in the next 20 years, you're gonna thank me, because this thing is only going to appreciate. I mean, I truly do believe that in 20 years, we're all gonna look back, well, figuratively, not literally, and say something like, well, they don't make them like the LC500 anymore, because, well, honestly, they probably won't. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, well, go like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out these Ideal vids over here. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. Catch you next week and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.